Happy belated Thanksgiving to all my Canadian friends, and happy Labor Thanksgiving to all my Japanese friends, and happy Thanksgiving to all my American friends now. Today, I would like to talk about a little bit about the Thanksgiving holiday. The Thanksgiving holiday in the United States is one of the most important holidays. It has no religious flavors, but then it's talking about the tradition. The United States of America is the first country in which the Thanksgiving to be a national holiday. Then later on, many other countries followed, and throughout the world, there are some kind of Thanksgiving holidays exist today. Its tradition in the United States goes back to 1620. So it's nearly 400 years ago when European people started to move to the new land or the American continent. But of course, there were no Canada or United States or even other Central and South American countries existed. Many people, of course, lived there. Many American people call them Native Americans today, but they used to be called American Indians, right? Anyway, there are many different tribes lived there, and their languages are different, their cultures are different, perhaps their food or way of living were somehow different, I guess. When you're thinking about Canada, the very, very north area, that's very close to Scandinavian countries in Europe. So some of them spoke a similar language to English already. So this is the story of the American Thanksgiving. Now, Canada's Thanksgiving already passed. Their Thanksgiving is the holiday is second Monday of October, so it's the last month. So they have the 3-day holidays. In the American Thanksgiving holiday is on the 4th Thursday of November, so right now. So they're going to have the 4-day holidays. Okay. Now, 1620, some Dutch people and English people, with some reasons, of course, they came to, today it's called Plymouth, Massachusetts. Well, that's where the first American Thanksgiving was celebrated. Today, we tend to learn the Thanksgiving is all about harvesting, of course. Also, combined with the friendship between the native people and the new settlers from Europe. Friendship, it means because when the Europeans started to live in America, there weren't any cities, houses, or no food, no place to sleep. But they say some Native Americans who spoke English or who understood English taught those newcomers how to cultivate the soil to plant. So the culture started right there. And how to cut down the trees to make logs or wood to build up their houses, and how to hunt the native birds. Today we call them turkeys. Of course, there is some reason why do they call them turkeys today, but I'm not going to get into that today. Anyway, of course, there weren't Canada or United States existed there in 1620. The United States became an independent country in 1776. And Canada, well, today they celebrate as Canada Day, but it goes back to 1826. So that means Canada is almost 100 years younger than the United States of America. But thinking about it, 1620, already people started to move there. So that's nearly 400 years ago. Though many people think the United States of America or Canada are very, very new countries with very short history, but I would not say so. It started 400 years ago, so it has pretty some time, long history, generations after generations during the 400 years, right? Anyway, today we celebrate the friendship between the Native Americans and the new settlers, and also harvest, combined together today. But when you think about it, the first contact with Native Americans for the Europeans, that means the beginning of the massacre. It means many Europeans started to move in, then they tried to expand their lands. They killed many native people of American continent. And they pushed those people away to a very poor lands. Then, of course, they did not like it because they lived there beginning before Europeans started to come in. And they fight back to those new settlers. Then there's a lot of killing and fight. And, we learn not always the truth, but a dramatized history of Native Americans, or they used to be called American Indians, and Europeans fighting through Western movies, cowboy movies. So there are some controversial issues there, but today, however, American Thanksgiving is a very, very important holiday. People try spending and sharing the meal with their family or close friends throughout the United States. So airplanes, highways, expressways, freeways, even ships, trains are very busy with many people moving. Until this holiday is over, many cities and states in the United States, people cannot openly or publicly promote the Christmas sale at the stores or the decoration openly or publicly. No, they cannot. They have to celebrate American holiday called Thanksgiving first. So Canada, it finishes October, second week of October. So right after that, they'll go on to the Christmas sale. But the United States have to wait a month and a half before they do that. So Canada does the, I guess, maybe longer Christmas shopping sale time than the United States. So it would be quite difficult and busy for Americans to celebrate Thanksgiving first, then switch to Christmas right away. Anyway, there are three my favorite food. Of course, there are various different kinds of food, but they tend to cook some of the Native American food on the Thanksgiving table. it doesn't have much of religious flavor to it. So, but then for me, this is the bird, turkey. Then you're gonna put the stuffing. Then you're gonna bake it. Then I like it with cranberry sauce. That's the cranberry. Then you're gonna sort of like wash it and cook it with orange peels or some spices and orange juice and there's some sugar. It's good. But my favorite is pumpkin pie. Oh. Okay, American pumpkins are so big like that. Then you bake it about an hour with a lot of spices like ginger, cinnamon, and some milk, condensed milk, or eggs. And then before you eat it, I like it with whipped cream top of that, with coffee or tea. Oh, I miss that very much. But then Thanksgiving, the holiday, is special not only to be able to share the meal with your closest friends or family members, but also we have to think about less fortunate people who are maybe suffering from diseases, lonelinesses, or being homeless, or they lost their loved ones, or with various reasons. So try include them in your thoughts when you eat the special food. However, this year, because of the COVID-19 crisis, not many people can share the meal with their closest friends or family members throughout the year. What would you do for your Labor Thanksgiving holiday in Japan? Is there any special food or some ritual thing or celebration? If you know that, check that out. But that's the American Thanksgiving is all about. So it's different from Christmas, different from Easter, and certainly different from Halloween. Now I hope you understand the differences. Take care of yourself and don't catch a cold. It's getting very, very cold. Until next time, aloha oe.